Hi, welcome back to the third of the series and the podcast around self-healing your trauma. And I want to congratulate you for coming back because I know the last two could be a bit thought-provoking and could trigger you. So please take my apologies or take please accept my gratitude for you coming back and being brave and showing that you're ready to take that next step. So this third episode is about taking ownership of your healing journey. I'm Wendy Gillespie, and as you probably heard in the previous episode, I've suffered significant trauma of all sorts of violence and abuse in multiple situations and come out of it by mostly healing myself. I found traditional medical and other services were not adequate enough. And I wanted to take responsibility for myself, and of the way I was thinking. So I believe you can too. I believe we can all self-heal our trauma. Because let's face it, no one's coming to save us. We have to do this ourselves, for our families, for our communities, for ourselves, and most importantly. So welcome to the final episode of Healing Our Own Trauma series. And today we're focusing on ownership and how to take control of your healing journey and reclaim your life. Because healing trauma is a courageous act of self-leadership. It means deciding to learn, to grow, and make choices that will support your well-being into the future. Even when it's hard. Taking ownership doesn't mean doing it all alone. It means recognizing your power to seek help, set boundaries, and practice self-care. Here are some practical tips on your healing journey. So, you will build self-awareness. You'll notice your triggers, your emotions, and your needs. You will practice self-compassion. You've got to be gentle with yourself through the setbacks, because sometimes you don't realize that you're feeling good, you're feeling okay, you think you've got this, I've got this. And then something happens and it re-triggers you and you go back to that angry feeling or that hurt feeling. And sometimes it's so over the top, your reaction to something small. You go, what was that about? And that's all about having compassion and saying, okay, that was a bit over the top. I need to figure that out. Find out why, which is an internalized reflection. So you're going to learn to set healthy boundaries. Protect your energy and the relationships that you have. Make sure that they are warm and loving and safe, and the ones that you deserve. You're going to commit to continuous learning and read and reflect and explore healing books. When you start your journey, you'll want to pick up and learn and understand more. And, seek support from therapists, support groups, or trusted friends. Make sure those friends, though, are the ones that help you to feel positive forward movement. Not those that have their own trauma, and not those that will re-trigger you, which just allows you to go in the cycle of blame, shame, anger. That's not the kind of friend you want at this time. Because you're going to remember that healing isn't linear. It doesn't go, oh, I'm on my way and I'm just feeling good and I'm getting better and better and better. It doesn't work that way. You're feeling something, then all of a sudden something triggers you and you're, oh, and you pulls you back. And then you go along again and you go, okay, I've got this, I'm okay. And then something else happens, oh, pulls you back. So some days will be easier than others, but by owning your process, you empower yourself to create that lasting change. You have the strength within you to heal. Your story is valid and your future is bright. Thank you for joining me on this journey. Thank you so much for sitting through my ramblings on these 3 podcasts. Because if this series has inspired you, please share it with others. please send them to my website, www.wendygillespie.com/resources/journals or /courses. There's a whole lot of tools there that you can use that are about how to release your trauma, self-healing, release. The system that is within the course is called the AURA, the Aura method. You acknowledge, you understand, you release, and then you do it again. Because a lot of us, when we've had trauma, we have other trauma on top of that because we have no self-esteem, self-worth back then. So often we have more than one trauma in all sorts of ways. You're not alone. You're not, I'm afraid to say, unfortunately, you're not unusual. There's way too many of us out there who we need help to relearn who we truly are and to be strong in ourselves. So you are not alone, and you are powerful, and healing is possible. You can do this. You've got this. I'll see you on the other side. Come and have a look at the Aura training, the Acknowledge, Understand and Release training to help with self-healing and self-releasing your trauma. Bye for now.